Hey, here comes your winning formula, courtesy of the Minnesota Lottery. To some, it feels like the Vikings hit the lottery in beating the Buffalo Bills as an underdog. Nevertheless, still a lot of work to do, including against the Dallas Cowboys this weekend. Paul Allen, Pete Bercich, former coach and player for the Vikings, analyst for the Vikings Radio Network, and Gabe Henderson with the Vikings Entertainment Network and Vikings.com. We begin with the analyst, Pete Bercich. Dak Prescott and the gang are coming to town for a game this weekend. What is the winning formula to slowing what can be a pretty explosive and potent offense?
Oh, you're absolutely right. And it's the Prescott to CeeDee Lamb, that connection. And it's CeeDee Lamb is so good at roaming the middle of the field. So you have to pay attention to him whenever he's in the slot. When he's in the outside, reduces his split. They might attack deep and outside. But there's been miscommunication. Both those interceptions that Dak Prescott threw, he assumed somebody was going to be where he threw the football, and there wasn't. And the one, especially in the red zone, you had two guys running the same route. He and Dalton Schultz running the same route.
Wow.
What you'll see with Prescott is pressure's important, but you want to collapse the pocket out of him. I think he's hit his hand so many times. He's just, whenever there's somebody in his face, or you have a group of people in his face, he gets inaccurate in a hurry.
Wow.
Or if you blitz, he'll forget his keys and just throw it to the check down. So keeping Prescott in the pocket, keeping him uncomfortable, I think is huge to getting him off his game. Tony Pollard, great running back, get him to start and stop.
Yeah.
When he can take the handoff and just go, he's really good. But he will start and stop if you're moving guys or guys are getting penetration. So get Pollard to start and stop, collapse the pocket on Dak Prescott. There's your winning formula.
Yeah, you win the pocket, you win the game. Dak Prescott, like you said, there were a lot of throws when he's thrown off of his back foot. Clearly, because he doesn't trust his thumb. He doesn't trust his motion when he comes all the way down. Doesn't want to hit a helmet anymore because we understood how that happened last time. So this Dak Prescott experiment isn't the greatest right now. Cooper Rush, if you look at the stats, is still better than Dak Prescott this year. So I'm sure Dak is wanting to get some revenge because of last year. He missed the game when he played against the Vikings. So this is going to be a good game for the Vikings to get some revenge.
Let's stay there with Gabe because Justin Jefferson, he is a walking, running, sauntering, galloping winning formula. Now, he was part of that 2020 draft, which is widely considered accurately the greatest wide receiver draft in the history of the NFL. CeeDee Lamb went like a handful of picks before him.
5.
Justin has proven to be more accomplished at this stage than CeeDee Lamb, who's a quality player. But what distinguishes Justin from CeeDee?
Justin, in particular, in my opinion, is more of a playmaker. And when I say playmaker, I'm talking about somebody who will honestly just go up and get the ball whenever he needs to. Look at last week. Justin Jefferson can make plays. CeeDee Lamb can also make plays, but he's quicker twitch. Shorter legs, shorter arms, so he's good in space. At the end of last season, put it this way, he was third in yards after catch. And CeeDee Lamb, when he has the ball in his hands, he can make plays. Justin Jefferson, when the ball's in the air, he can make plays, and I think that's what separates him. Another thing that really stands out to me is Justin Jefferson is good when it comes to hitch routes, when it comes to starting and stopping. That's where he excels best. When it comes to CeeDee Lamb, when it comes to angle routes, 45-degree angle routes, slants, that's where he excels, post routes. So that's where those guys both similar, they have similar traits, but also differing traits.
Somebody got deep into the film.
Yeah, I mean, CeeDee Lamb I think is more of a threat between the hash marks.
Yeah.
But Jefferson is just, he's dangerous mainly, on the outside. But the one thing I think that's different is when you watch, and we watched JJ closely in this last game, it's just his attitude.
Yeah.
He is hungry, and he is still hungry. And when you have two guys who physically, I mean, they're both unbelievable. That little mental edge makes a huge difference, and I just think JJ right now wants it.
And I think to that point, CeeDee Lamb has been great in the slot. He struggles on the outside. Justin Jefferson is good both slot and outsides, and I think that's where we've seen both Justin Jefferson make a lot of his plays when you turn on the film. He's good in space, but CeeDee Lamb struggles when it comes to press man or he's outside the slot receiver. So we'll see how they use him on Sunday.
And in fairness to CeeDee Lamb, it has to be an adjustment not having Amari Cooper as your bookender, because that really helps CeeDee a lot. He's still very, very good, but there is an adjustment. Bold predictions, courtesy of Winning Formula and the Minnesota Lottery, into this game against the Dallas Cowboys. Gabe Henderson, 8-1 Vikings. What you nailed your bold prediction last week, by the way.
Yeah.
That Dalvin Cook would have more rushing yards than his second-round rookie younger brother, James Cook, who plays like 20% of the game.
Yeah.
So you're hot. What do you got now?
Yeah, I should have said Kirk Cousins would have 300 passing yards. That was my prediction the last 2 weeks, and then he has against the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
My prediction on Sunday: the Minnesota Vikings have 200-plus rushing yards on the ground against the Dallas Cowboys offense. The Dallas Cowboys offense have given up at least 210 rushing yards the last 2 weeks. The Vikings make it 3 this week.
And a winning formula props or kudos to Alexander Madison off that, because Madison wants to play more. They all want to play more. When he does play, man, he has juice with his game. And talking to him in the locker room after the game with the big smiles, he's happy with his role, even as a backup. And that's so important, leading to potentially 200 rushing yards by the Vikings, courtesy of Gabe's bold prediction. Now, the analyst.
Well, someone's going to get an interception, and because Peterson's hot, I think Peterson's going to get another interception. And I think it's going to come in the form of if we can get pressure on Dak Prescott, make him get rid of the football. He's not pulling it down. He's not scrambling it. They're going to be able to jump some routes. I think Patrick Peterson's going to be able to come up with another one.
And my bold prediction keeps us in the secondary, and Harrison Smith, who leads all DBs in sacks and interception touchdowns with 4, he's going to add to that, because Harrison Smith is going to get his 5th interception touchdown and first since playing at the College Stadium and from the arm of Eli Manning. That's my bold prediction. Harry the Hitman becomes the pick man, and he gets to the house, helping the Vikings hopefully beat the Dallas Cowboys. For Gabe Henderson and Pete Bercich, I'm Paul Allen. That's your winning formula, courtesy of the Minnesota Lottery.